Good morning, everyone. This video is intended for the IAC leaders, but certainly for all of our instructional staff, and want to make sure that clearly communicate the curriculum changes and recommendations that were proposed to the Board of Education last night, and that were all approved unanimously by our Board of Education, so that we can start delivering these in the start of next school year, 2015-16. During this, I talked about a comprehensive process that we go through to ensure that a system of checks and balances occurs, in which teachers and or IEC leaders bring forth recommendations, that at the November IEC meeting there's debate and discussion on the impact and cost considerations of each proposal, and a vote is taken on each of those. And then the final check and balance is that it's sent to the Board of Education for them to approve. And so, like I said, we did all this last night. By having this in December, we give ourselves adequate time for these new programs when they start the following year, for us to ensure that we've budgeted and had the resource acquisition and any staff training necessary, so that those can start effectively the following August. So the curriculum recommendations that were proposed, first was to have the next step, our second year of Project Lead the Way Biomedical Human Body Systems. Of course, this has been a very popular course. We had 3 sections this year. Nearly 80 kids participated in the first year of Project Lead the Way Biomedical. So we'll be adding year 2, the Human Body Systems course, for that. We're also going to continue with our commitment for our CASE curriculum. That's the Curriculum for Agricultural Science Education. The Year 2 course is Plant Science, and again, we had a lot of interest in this from kids, and with nearly 50 kids, 2 sections, and it also culminated or was highlighted this year with the start of our first FFA chapter in Orchard Farm. Nearly 15 kids are a part of that. We're really excited about expanding our AP offerings. This year we had our very first AP course, and that's AP Calculus. We do have a balance now with these 2 new AP courses being approved. We'll be able to offer a balance of AP courses as well as dual credit options for kids. The AP courses that were approved were AP Chemistry and AP Psychology. We had Psychology 1 and Psychology 2 already in place. Those were semester-long courses, so those be replaced by AP Psychology, a full year-long course. AP Chemistry will be in addition to our Chemistry 1, essentially, that's offered typically to a sophomore. And this will give a second year of chemistry. As you know, chemistry is a course that is necessary for most college degree programs, and when a kid has it in their sophomore year of high school and then not again until freshman or sophomore year of college, that's quite a large gap, and we're finding that the Orchard Farm graduates previously were struggling with chemistry. Even though they were really bright kids and scoring 30s on their ACT, they were struggling with not having had a second year of chemistry in high school. And so again, we wanted to make sure Orchard Farm graduates were in positions to succeed after high school in their college and careers. Community-based instruction is a course that really will meet the needs of our students with moderate to severe disabilities at the high school. It's a course that was in place a number of years ago, and so we'd like to bring that back. And this, like I said, all these were approved. This course, what that looks like, is very practical, hands-on. Maybe the development of a grocery and home needs list, and then creating that list, going to a local grocer and purchasing those things, interacting socially with different workers, and the money management and such. So really excited about bringing that opportunity to our kids. And so as we talk all the time about college and career readiness for our graduates, this course very much is a life readiness skill for this particular group of kids. Another recommendation was the Technology Help Internship. Help desk internship, and this is a course that's often tied to schools that start one-to-one initiatives. This looks like 3 to 4 kids working under the direction of Mindy Botkin in the high school library media center, and they'll be trained on how to repair Chromebooks and broken screens and keyboards and such. When they're not working on those, they'll progress through a series of modules related to computer science. While this isn't a new course, it was approved that we would start weighted grades. So this is something that will have zero negative impact on kids, but only positive. It encourages students to pursue some of our highest rigor classes. Our AP courses and Project Lead the Way years 3 and 4 courses will all have weighted grades attached to them. Finally, we went through in a little bit more in depth. We went through Project Lead the Way Computer Science, as well as FACS and high school. So let me start with computer science. Why did we do this? Well, we wanted to have another career pathway for students to pursue, and the timing's really ideal considering the 21st century skills that are tied to this and a previously announced retirement in this area. This gives us 4 strong career pathways for students to pursue with the 3 Project Lead the Way as well as CASE. As you know, we have a number of career pathways, but these are 4 that we would want to make sure every freshman coming in gets to be exposed to at least one of these. The courses that would be dropped as a result would be business technology and desktop publishing. Those are courses that kids are already coming into high school with those skills, and or, if you will, they're a bit of the older versions of computer science that are being phased out in many areas. A little bit more reason to support this, as you know, you and on the IAC voted to support this. Just a number of jobs that exist in this field, and really, if you're going to pursue this career in computer science or not, we really think that these are important skills and knowledge for every kid to know, regardless of their career choice. FACS, the FACS proposal, as you'll remember, was about not dropping FACS, but about expanding FACS and shifting it to the middle school, the high school curriculum, and to have it supplemented through Lewis and Clark. So we really believe that every kid in our district should be exposed to basic FACS skills, these basic life skills of cooking and sewing and laundry and care for others. And so this shift to the middle school would provide the opportunity for the middle school kids to explore this prior to high school to see if they want to pursue it as a career pathway in high school. And as a career pathway, Lewis and Clark provides a fantastic early childhood career program that we would make sure our kids that want to experience that in their junior or senior year have the option to do so. Additionally, it positions the middle school really well to meet the increasing demands of the added enrollment in the XPLO wheel. I'll say that a quick summary of this, is that middle school, a fundamental goal of middle school is to expose all students to a variety of curriculum and experiences, and so this move ensures that they have the opportunity to do so. We do, however, as we're shifting our curriculum from 612 to 68 and supplemented by Lewis and Clark, if kids have a high interest in this at high school, and we want to make sure that they have some exposure to it, have an opportunity to do so. So they may not want to be a professional chef, but they like tinkering with some cooking. So we want to offer a culinary club to students at the high school for that. The courses under development at the middle school would then be would focus on cooking and the culinary skills, as well as design, sewing, laundry, and child care. Obviously, child care, these would all be age appropriate. When we look at the FACS curriculum, it's very much age appropriate for these skills to be shifted to the middle school. Middle school kids are the ones that are often home alone and need to have a meal for themselves ready, or need to care for a younger sibling, whereas high school students are often at a job or in sports or other activities. And so again, as we look at the skills that we want to make sure, these life skills we want to make sure we're exposing our kids to, very much age appropriate to be in middle school. And so, for example, childcare, while childcare for a junior or senior may look like parenting, for a middle schooler and 8th grader, that's going to look like babysitting and entrepreneurship and starting that and such. Finally, we had the restructuring of our math courses at the high school. This was came about as a need by achievement data, as well as for our standardized test. High school math was by far our lowest achievement area in the district. And these practices align with what other high-performing districts have. So we've added college algebra for a kid that says, I need a fourth year of math, I'm a senior, but I do not want to touch calculus. So what can I do? College algebra is perfect for them. We were finding too many kids would graduate, not just in Orchard Farm and not just in the state, but across the nation, go to college and not be able to do a freshman level college algebra. So this is a great opportunity for those kids. We'll do some work with trigonometry in the algebra too. But the other addition is we were finding kids on the lower end of students that struggled a little bit more with math. They were getting into a third year of math that was pushing them a little too far. So by splitting Algebra 1 into 1A and 1B as 2-year-long courses, not only are we supporting them in really understanding and moving towards understanding of the algebra curriculum, but we're also making a 3-year plan of math for them much more attainable. So this carries us through the recommendations. As you know, for IAC leaders, we've canceled the regular meeting, and I want to do a work session with those that are responsible for the next steps with these proposals, as well as other curriculum areas that didn't have recommendations last night, but they're under in-depth review this school year. And so really we're looking at two things, two items on a to-do list. One would relate to resources and ensuring that for these courses that were recommended for the start of next year, any resources that need to be purchased, that we're creating a to-do list so that those happen in time, as well as for these new courses, the curriculum's ready to be presented in May. For those areas like ELA that didn't have a course recommendation but are still under in-depth review this year, we'll look for you to be able to create and be prepared to present in May to the board your curriculum. And then, of course, that timeline includes the following year to look at resources. So I thank you all for all your hard work. The board was really impressed with, as I talked about IAC and talked about your role and how teachers in their committees, outside of just our IAC leaders, how teachers are a part of the IAC process in their committees. The board really just felt like they're in a great position to be able to trust what the professionals in the building and in the schools are recommending. So thank you all for that hard work, and have a great Christmas.